Okay, today we are going to take the hooded tee pattern and we are going to transform it into a shacket. So first, you are going to cut your pattern. Couple things. I'm making a 4T, but since flannel has no stretch, I sized up to a 5T width, but I kept 4T length. So I did take off some length out of the middle because I only wanted the length of a 4T, but I just sized up to a 5T width to accommodate for no stretch. Also, on the bottom, we're going to be enclosing all the seams, especially the bottom seam. So we don't need this little hem part here. This is where you would fold it up and hem it. So I cut that part off. All right, you are going to cut 2 front pieces, a back piece, 2 sleeves for your lining and your main fabric. Now on your front piece, instead of cutting on a fold like normal, you're going to not cut on a fold. You're going to cut 2 opposites. Also, your main fabric, you are going to add 1 inch on each side. That's going to become your button placket. So we need that inch on each side. And you're going to have a hood and cuffs. I already have my hood sewn together and hemmed just so it's ready, and my cuffs as well. So then you are going to put each pattern together separately. So you're going to put your lining together and then you're going to put your main fabric together. You're going to follow the instructions as the hood, same as the hooded tee. So you're going to put your pattern pieces right sides together. You're going to sew your shoulder seams, add your sleeves, and then sew all the way down. And then do the same for the lining. Okay, now we've put both together, put the lining and your main fabric. Now you're going to put them right sides together and you're going to sew along the bottom seam. So just line up your side seams. The reason you want to do this is, remember, your main fabric is going to be 1 inch longer on each side. So just start here, serge all along the entire bottom of your jacket. All right, you have your whole bottom seam sewed together. So you'll flip it. And actually, it's starting to look like a jacket. Look. See, so the bottom seam is all enclosed. Now what I like to do is I like to now go in and press these seams down, and then I like to top stitch it along the whole bottom, which you don't have to, but it'll just help keep this more stable. But I recommend pressing it before you do that. So what you're going to do is, both of your sleeves are wrong side out. You're going to take your cuff you're going to put it into your lining, right sides together. Like that. Take your main fabric, fold it up so that the right side is showing, and then you are going to slip that inside of your cuff. Right there. Line up all your seams. This seam is going to be bulky, so don't run over it super fast like the Indy 500 because you'll probably break or bend a needle. Trust me from experience. So then you're just gonna sew all the way around. So your cuff is inside, everything's right side together. And you should have this when you're done. Okay, our cuffs are done. It's looking like a jacket, shacket, I should say. Now we're gonna attach the hood. A couple things I did though. I went ahead and I like to serge down this side. I just like to, it just makes it look cleaner. So, especially on the inside, since this isn't hidden. You could hide this, but that's an extra step that already was taking a lot of extra steps. So, I serged down this. I went ahead and pressed it over, so that way I had a nice crease going. I have to clip the bottom. I'll leave the top unclipped. Same with this side. I serged my edge, pressed it over. Now for the hood, find the center of your back. Whoop. Turn it over. Your hood, the center of it, you're going to clip it right sides together with your jacket. So I always start in the center. Now, you're going to go all the way around. Sorry, I'm not a big clip user. I use this the least amount I have to. And you're going to line it up. You're not going to go all the way to the end. You're going to line it up right here. So that way when you fold over, it's going to be lined up. And it'll look nice and clean, promise. I'm all about cleanliness most of the time. So I practice on my kids' clothes first. Okay. Again, take it all the way over to this side. Not all the way to the end. You're going to leave this 1 inch out. Okay. And then we're going to serge your hood on. Okay, now that we got the hood on, just like that, it ended there. You're gonna fold it over. Look how clean that looks. See, told you. Fold your seam down, fold it in. See? Look at that. What I like to do now is I like to just add a little tack at the top and the bottom of each side just to hold it in place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to top stitch down here to hold this in place. And then we'll add buttonholes and buttons and we'll be all done. Okay. Now I top stitch down both sides. Everything's nice and clean. Now you're just going to go in and you're going to add your buttonholes and your buttons or your snaps or whatever you're going to do, but you're done. You have a shacket, or your kid does.